Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brillman. I'm joined here by Solari, and we are back again at LFL 2021.
And here we are, Solari here. Hello, happy to be back here. What do we have today? Today we have another game which is going to be presented to us by Misfits Premiere, and today they are playing against Team IZI. And what can I say?
Izidream.
Izidream, yes, thank you.
It's not only easy, but it's also an easy dream.
Well, they're shortened as easy, so you know. But yeah, you make sense. As always. Anyhow, so what is happening in the tournament table right now is that Misfits Premiere are sitting very tightly, very nicely on the 3rd spot. They have 11 wins and 5 losses so far, and Izidream have exactly the opposite situation. Actually, they have 5 wins and 11 losses, so that makes them sitting on the 8th place, and their chances are really not so good, I would say.
That we are approaching, we're actually approaching right now the end of this stage of the tournament. We will be going into the playoffs, and just to remind you, only 4 teams are going to be qualified to go into the playoffs. So in case we have, for example, first place being split by 2 teams, which is exactly what's happening right now with Team BDS and Team KC, then we're going to have a tiebreaker to decide who's going to be the first place, who's going to be the second place, etc. And for Izidream, it doesn't really look like that they will be able to get out of this stage, because getting onto the 4th place right now seems almost impossible, at the very least, because in order to do that, you would at least have to beat Vitality B, which are sitting on the 5th place, but they're looking to take the advantage, to press the advantage, and try to take the 4th place for their own.
Yeah.
In regards of Misfits Premiere, though, it seems like going into playoffs is almost a sure thing. Only you just don't. You have to try to keep up with the pace and don't throw away any games right now, because right now it could have been a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. Actually, even if Misfits Premiere lose today's game, they will remain on the 3rd place, because right behind them is the Game Work team, which have 11 wins and 6 losses, which means if Misfits Premiere lose today, both of them are going to sit on the 3rd spot. So technically, Misfits are not losing anything if they lose this game, and Izidream are not really gaining much if they win this game. I still hope to see some good fights, though.
I actually am hoping as well, because we've seen some kind of a very similar situation yesterday,
yeah,
with Misfits against Vitality B, and it was a very interesting fight on its own. So, you know, yes, maybe it's not that much of a high-stake game, but it's still very interesting, as we are actually approaching the ban phase already, and that's very interesting. The bans are very interesting. Skarner, my main champion Skarner, being banned. I'm personally offended by this ban.
Oh, sorry it hurt your feelings. Anyhow, I think that the bans coming from Izidream are a little bit more interesting, because they are being directly directed at Schlatan, and he answers them actually with the first pick. That is going to be Hector.
Pony.
Yeah, that's going to be Pony in the jungle.
Oh, and a Malphite. Maybe for Vince, actually.
Yeah, I think that it's, if they decide to go with Malphite, it's going to be Malphite top lane. No, not really. That's going to be Rel.
It's actually, and now it's directed onto Jackstraw. It seems like Izidream are trying to get themselves a secure ban phase, trying to just win the game on the draft phase. Not exactly sure if it's going to work out the way they're actually looking for. Kai'Sa is also being picked. Warlight is not going to have Kai'Sa available for him, but we've seen from the previous game that even though he doesn't have a Kai'Sa, he can use Tristana and wreak havoc. So, you know.
Exactly.
And exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah.
We see Tristana again. I have a... Whoa! Is Aggressivo going with map fight of his own?
No, I think they're going to switch to Leone in the end, but that's just showing Izidream, hey, we're not afraid of you. Ooh. LeBlanc.
LeBlanc for Certus. That's something actually that's going...
No.
No LeBlanc for Certus.
No.
Actually a bit of a shame, because I would really like to see Certus to play some kind of a champion like LeBlanc. We've seen him to do wondrous things with Zoe and with Azir as well, so I would be very interested to see some kind of this gameplay from from LeBlanc.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's big. I was just waiting for them to decide because maybe, you know, they're gonna choose Malphite in the end. Who knows? But no, that's Olaf probably, but not surely yet for the jungle against
It is already.
Pony.
Now we're in the ban phase.
Yeah. And that now I'm still processing what's happening because Izidream are just going against Misfits Premiere with a direct insult with the bans and the picks, and I kind of like it. Is it okay?
Like we're going to go to the bottom?
No, you didn't. Oh,
that's cruel. That's like straight cruel.
wow.
Orianna is also being banned right now. That's a bit of a problem for Certus because we've seen him to do very good things with Orianna as well, especially in the well, not especially, but still in the previous game, he was very, very successful in that Orianna. Probably actually could go with Azir.
Yeah.
That would be a very good setup with both with Tristana, both with Hecarim, both with Alistair, I suppose. Although I'm not exactly sure who you're going to target in this particular regard, because Kai'Sa can try and escape with her E and her killer instinct. So not really sure about that. Gragas is being banned as well.
Yeah, and there is Camille ban that happened a little bit earlier, so Aggressivo still has his main champions open though for him.
Renekton, Artrix, Gnar is a relatively good pick, especially if Aggressive would be going with Aatrox because of the opportunity how Gnar can actually zone Aatrox quite nicely.
Yeah. But then we come to the team fight stage and, well...
Yeah. Oh, Jace. We've seen Misfits ban Jace in the previous game.
Yeah. So now they decided to go with him. That's a good...
I see it as an interesting thing.
Yeah, that's a good answer to Gnar top lane, actually.
Yeah.
That's exactly the answer that you would expect from them.
And now the Certus...
Yes.
Azir. Oh, yes. That's exactly what I was thinking about and hoping for, and that's exactly what we get. Azir is going into this combination. He's going to be brutal, honestly. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how well Izzy's Emperor Divide is going to make a difference when we are talking about Ragnarok. Olaf's at Ragnarok. That's going to be a direct counter for the Emperor's Divide. But on the other hand, and Zoe into Azir. Not exactly know. I don't really know how well Backland will be able to stop Certus. But
as a champion, that's a champion who can stop Azir from just gaining as much power as possible in the beginning.
Yes.
Yes. As a player, we'll see. We will see. We'll find out very soon.
Overall, though, I have to be honest. I really, really like the pick from Misfits Premiere. That's just something a little bit different from what we've seen before, and it is something quite different from what we have been seeing from Misfits with all the previous weeks that we've been into the LFL. We haven't seen Warlike to play Tristana before yesterday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've seen Sharton to play Pony, but that wasn't really that often, and we haven't seen Aggressivo to play Jace. So this is going to be a very interesting thing, especially with the fact how well some of the ultimates do actually combine, because with a combination of the Shadow Onslaught and the Emperor's Divide from Certus and Sharton, this is going to be quite a big deal for Team Easy.
Yeah, I think this is exactly the combination that Misfits Premiere are actually looking into executing as much as possible, just because of how much control and power it gives you and how much influence it brings into any team fight. You can just turn around anything when the Emperor and the Pony collide together and do their magic things, you know.
Absolutely, and although the only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the fact that Easy, they do really have right now the amount of global ultimates to try and stop Misfits from going into the good team fights, because they have a Ragnarok available for them, which is a very good thing, especially when we're talking about the onslaught of the Shadows and the Emperor's Divide. They also have the Magnet Storm from Rel.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a sleep available for them because of that Zoe.
Yep.
And there's also Killer Instinct from Kai'Sa, which is a good thing as well. And the possibility of Gnar just punching himself into the fight, although Woolite will be able to escape. Same actually goes for Certus. I think they both will be able to escape, well, not that easily, but with much more ease than some of the other champions, just because of the mobility that both of them do have.
Frankly, I would say that the amount of control that Izidream have on their side is being directly counted by the mobility that Misfits Premiere have on their side. Because, yes, you said, basically, Schlaran, Certus, Woolite especially, they will just be able to escape anything that comes their way, even if it's Easy Rogue jumping into them, which is scary, but if you're Tristana, that's not really the thing that you worry about.
We've seen in the previous games that Woolite is actually capable of escaping Emperor's Divide into his face with no problem. So I don't really think that anticipating Vince's very hard engage into him is going to be that much of a problem for Woolite.
And worst case, if he doesn't manage to do it, he has a cow on his side. The cow is relatively weaker than Rel, especially with the current meta, but he can still punish somebody who tries to get too close to his ADC.
Although I suppose it depends, because right now he's going to provide Woolite with a great amount of sustainability in the lane because of the healing from his passive.
Yes.
That's something that Rogue won't be able to do because he doesn't have a heal.
He doesn't need it. The higher purpose of Rel is not to provide sustainability, is to jump in and give your ADC a kill as early as possible, just to throw the aggression into the enemy's face.
Oh, exactly, and look at that, Celiaman is going in there, Jacktroll being caught by Rogue, but on the other hand, there's not really that much done, there's not really that much damage done onto him, just because the amount of damage that Woolite already has.
No, frankly, the whole composition of Izidream team will just go to ashes as soon as
Viking.
Yeah, that's
Viking. Does he have his smite? Yes, he does. Yeah.
Don't worry. That's
I was really. He got my heart bumping for a small second here.
It's okay, Brilman. He's a mighty Viking. He does have a smite.
Okay, fine.
But I was saying that the whole composition of the team will just go to ashes as soon as Woolite finishes his first item, and we darn well know which item it's gonna be.
Most likely is going to be the Kraken Slayer, and most likely Viking and Vince and Rogue will feel the wrath of Woolite.
Yes.
Because why not?
They will, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like you can take whatever good team composition you have, but if your enemy takes just a little bit better combo than you do.
So good, I would say, like that. Not so good, although I have to point out one little thing, which is, first of all, what kind of a good pick Jace was into Nard, because look at the creep difference. Even though now it's starting to be a little bit more even than it was before, Gressor was having 10 CS lead for Vince, which is quite a lot, especially at that early stage of the game.
Yep. And
just looking at the map overall, it seems that Misfits are going a little bit, a little bit further than IZI right now, mostly because of the top lane.
Yeah, mostly. So far, both teams are pretty equal in terms of everything, even the goal difference. It's non-existent. But in those little tiny baby steps, the Misfits Premiere are a little bit ahead.
Although I'm wondering where is going to be First Blood being popped, because right now we have Infernal Drake. It's being already at the map. Both teams are desperately wanting it, because Woolite and Certus will have immense amount of damage. Well, never mind, Rogue might be... Oh, Jacktroll just denying this engage from Rogue because of his own Q. That was actually very, very good. Viking is there, maybe wanted to look for some kind of a gank, but not going to happen thanks to that cow.
Yeah, that is a good cow, not just providing sustainability to the ADC, but also denying whatever is coming their way. That's pretty much working like Jenna, I would say, just saying no to any gank or any aggression from the enemy. Just no, you're not doing it. Sorry, go back.
No, thank you. You're not coming from here.
Exactly.
You can go to the other lanes. You can't touch my lane. I'm sorry.
Look at Schlaran though. He might
He's very, very deep. Oh, look at that, though! Rogue might be actually going down. Ignite is being popped on him, but he's going to be able to get away with his life right now. Schlatten is maybe trying to look for something at the top lane. Maybe we will have... Oh, Viking is going to start the Inferno Drake, though. Jacktro is going to go there to try and look... No, he's not going to, because there's more fights in the bot lane. It seems like the first dragon is going to be in the favor of Team Izidream.
Yeah, there is... Yes, exactly. The first Drake, the Infernal Drake, goes to Izidream.
Not exactly the best thing to throw away from Misfits, honestly speaking, because you really want that dragon, and you don't really want to give that dragon to Izzy, because, well, the amount of damage that they can suddenly pop off with is not really that nice. And in 4 minutes, we're going to have a Cloud Drake. This is going to be the next one. That's something that Misfits are really now interested into taking, because Onslaught of the Shadows, because the Buster Shot, because the Emperor's Divide. Yeah, you really want to look for that one.
Yeah. Actually, can I bring your attention to the fact that on the top lane, right now we have a difference in minions, almost exactly 10 minions difference, as you mentioned before, in favor of Jace, in favor of Aggressivo. So yeah, that was indeed a very nice pick against that Gnar. But I really can't wait to see how Aggressivo will pull out this champion in the team fights. I really want to see this.
This is going to be a bit of a more of a brawler, I suppose, but I'm very interested how much is going to pay off, especially with the fact that right now it seems like there's going to be 2 tanks on the team of Team Misfits, although both of the supports are in the mid lane. Maybe they're going to have some kind of a collide. Maybe we won't. No, apparently we won't.
No, not yet, I would say. But my point about Aggressivo is that we know from his playstyle that he loves to flank the enemy team. He loves to just suddenly appear in their back lane and just go deep and wreak havoc everywhere he sees, which is not exactly the playstyle that you can really execute while playing Jace. So I wonder what he'll show this time. Probably just going pure damage from afar and then jumping in the action when he sees an opportunity, but I'm yet to see it. And in the meantime, Schlatten is trying to gain back any dominance possible by taking the objective. Well, any...
Certus is standing on a ward, though right now, same goes for Buckland and Viking. There comes Aggressivo. That means that they're going to secure that Herald with no problem. That's exchange of the objects right now. A Drake for a Herald, and it seems like Herald is actually a little bit more profitable for Misfits than that Drake. Yes, it might have been a bit of a problem, but it's not an Infernal Soul to give away. It's only 1 Drake, and taking that Herald, especially at that stage of the game, we have 1,000 gold different right now. It's almost, and it's at the it's 800s right now, and it's in the favor of Team Misfits. Ooh, look at that, Jacktro. Trying to get some damage done right now. Damage also in Woolite, also in C-Lane. Half an HP gone, but Viking is already here. Has his W available. Ragnarok is being popped in there. Killer Instinct is getting in there as well. That's a first blood for C-Lane over here. Nicely executed by Rogue, actually. Yep. Holding on to that old control and just popping it right after Tristana's W.
Yeah, and Tristan...
Oh, Aggressivo! Might be actually going down, flashes away into safety.
And Vince doesn't follow him. Okay, good for Aggressivo, he leaves. But actually, I have to say that here, not even talking about the fact that Viking was perfectly there on time with this gank, but 2 things. First of all, Jacktro showed a little aggression a little bit before it. We didn't see it on the replay, but that's exactly when Izidream caught him and caught Woolite and continued to chase them towards the tower. Secondly, Woolite died so quickly, he still had his ultimate available by the moment he died. He didn't even have a chance to use it just because there was so much control happening on his head.
It seems like Rogue really knew up to what point he really should wait for that control, and Woolite decided to use his W, his jump a little bit more earlier than probably he had to in order to escape. Also, his flash is available for him. That means he might have been able to escape, but didn't manage to do that. Although picked up a turret play, which is a nice thing, and despite the fact that IZI now have the first blood on their team, it's still 500 gold difference in towards Misfits. Again, Backland, ooh, the damage from that Q is not really that small.
Yeah, but actually 5,000 gold difference, as you noticed. Ooh, we're going to see a gank probably on the bot lane.
But there is a control ward in there, so there's might be an onslaught of shadows. Not exactly sure. Probably they're trying to catch Wall. Oh no, that's actually going to be a Herald.
Because the Drake is coming up, so they need to clear a lane, and they decided to go for the bot lane this time, which is an interesting strategy.
I mean, they're going to take some nice turret plates for Woolite.
Oh,
Viking is
a
already
tower,
there.
though.
Yeah, and the whole tower, the first
Nice.
tower of the game, that's actually pretty nice for Team Misfits.
Securing even more gold difference for them. Ooh, Surge's taking some damage from backlane though on the mid lane, but now it's going to be some.
You don't really want to fight in the minions though, Certus.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the best thing to do. Schlatten is there, Jacktro's there. Oh, might be caught actually lit a bit over here. There's no sleep still. There's the sleep going on to Jacktro, actually. Maybe we're going to see, oh, half HP gone for that cow, and that's a lot of pressure actually created on the mid lane. It might actually turn up to be a problem for Team Misfit. Schlatten went away.
Yeah.
There's a dragon up.
He just backed.
Schlatten.
He is going to the top lane. He just picked his Kraken Slayer, so probably he's just going to try to.
No,
push
not
top
Woolite,
lane.
Schlatten.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, but he's also at the top lane. Yeah, they decided not to chase the dragon at all, which is a bit weird.
Why? Do you give up a dragon?
Schlatten, why?
Schlatten, why? That's not a desperate question. I am actually quite confused. But never mind, I suppose. We have a Mountain Soul that is incoming already. Aggressive actually will be able to pick up one turret plate with Certus. Ooh, Jack Troll trying to go in there. Oh, 3 members of Team East is going in there, but Rogue is already here. Maybe he's going to save his teammate. Yes, that's what's happening. Viking is already here as well. We might see some more action right now, but no.
No, not this time. I am not exactly sure what strategy Misfits Premiere are trying to follow right here, especially with just leaving that Drake to be. Especially
I mean, they
after...
kind of lost the pressure, that is true,
yeah.
and they picked up the first tower, that is also true. And they have the 2,000 gold lead right now. But that's 2 dragons, just to give away. Are we, like, participating in some kind of a charity or something?
That's the only thought that crosses my mind, to be fair with you.
I mean, I don't really see any reasonable explanation for now, but maybe I don't see something. That is also
a possibility.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Misfits Premiere are not taking this game as serious as they were taking the games last week and the previous one even. Maybe because they have nothing to lose this time. But I just don't see that much concentration as we usually see.
Oh, Gnar, Vince and Aggressivo are really trying to settle their scores right now, but it's 3 members of Team IZI already there. Aggressivo is going down with that very aggressive flash from Viking, and even Ragnarok popped off.
Yeah, that was a lot of effort to kill him, but as we know...
But that's a kill?
Yes, a kill is a kill in the end.
Ooh, and Jack Troll and Certus might be actually looking for something in there. Schlatten is already here as well. Killer Instinct used by C-Lame as well in order to get away from the middle of the 2 towers. Ooh, Backlund is going down! Schlatten almost killed him, but did manage not quite enough to kill him though. They're going to try and take that Herald as well. That's the 2nd Herald for them. A second trade of objects, I suppose. Although there's a ward in there, so that no, it's not actually going to result in any kind of steal. The Herald is going down very fast, and Viking is miles away to try and steal that Herald.
That's like an exchange of free objectives on the map. Like, take the dragons, they're yours. Take the Heralds instead, they're yours. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you, you too.
Maybe that's that. No, okay, fine. I lost any kind of explanation, any kind of understanding. I'll just let the teams do the thing. Do the thing. As Warwick said in The Legend of Korra, Julie, do the thing. That's exactly the thing right now. Do the thing.
That's exactly what they're going to do. I'm pretty sure, at least I hope we're about to see some good, massive team fight, because the sleep.
Caught the sleep.
Half HP just gone.
That's not exactly the prettiest picture I've ever seen in my entire life, at least for Team Misfits. Rogue is going to join Sea Lane right now. It's 1.5 minutes until the Mountain Drake is going to be up. It seems like both the teams are actually looking to establish some kind of their control. Pings on the map suggesting that they want to try and catch Vince in there.
Ooh,
Emperor's Divide onto Vince, and Schlatten is already here, has his Onslaught of the Shadows. Vince is trying to get him. It's going to be a solo kill for Certus.
This chicken doesn't even need any help from the pony. Look at this, he's capable of taking down Naronin's own. That's...
Is it a dove, not a chicken?
I mean, have you seen his dance?
It's a dove one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. He picked up the solo kill. It doesn't matter. And also, the Herald managed to pick up the first turret on the mid lane, which is also very good. But it seems like IZI are trying to answer with one of their own.
Oh,
the game
what
is
a
paused right
moment!
in the middle of the
action. No!
Whoa!
Why? Dear French colleagues, why? You could even see the caster just going in and out, in and out.
The spectator, just going like, come on!
Come
on the most interesting point!
Not now. Any moment, but not now.
Do you want to see what is the definition of a cliffhanger? That one was it. That's that.
Yeah, there should be a little thing saying to be continued.
We're back into the game!
Oh my god!
Aggressivo is going down though right now. There's also a teleport. Certus is here to join the fight. Sea Lane is going down extremely fast. We have a chaotic fight right after the pause. Shadow Onslaught is going to get Rogue down as well. A kill for Certus, the second kill for Certus, and it seems like 2 members of IZI are down. Also, only 1 member of Misfits are down, and it seems like the Mountain Drake is going to go into the favor of Team Misfits. Viking is here, though, might be actually trying to go for some kind of a steal. You're not really, I suppose you don't really want to do that much, but you can do it. No, they're not going to do that. And that's the win of the fight. Let's just have a look what actually happened in there.
Some chaos happened in there. That's all I can say. Yet again, it's not a team fight that we see happening. There's just small fights between each other happening here and there all the time. Small skirmishes. But,
well, it kind of transformed into a team fight after the pause. So it's like, it's half the team fight, half not a team fight. But it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Aggressivo might be actually caught in here by Rogue and Viking. They're going to try and steal the Gromp from him. I suppose they're going to be quite successful with that, because Aggressivo is not really interested to have a fight for it. At least it seems like that. And IZI are trying to take the turret. Ooh, what a damage!
Yeah, I mean, he already has Eclipse. He's building some more lethality items, so he has the right to deal some good damage.
That's an incredible amount of damage, if you ask me. The Chem Tank is also available for Schlatten, and Warlight already sitting on his Kraken Slayer, as we have
for some time
3,500 gold lead for Team Misfits. Seems like they're now actually establishing control over the map, as at least they have finally taken the first Draco of their own in this game. That's a very nice addition to what I have seen before.
Yes, that's a very nice change of pace for Misfits finally, not giving all the... Oh, Jack Troll! Oh, Jack Troll
might be in a bit of a trouble right now. The Magnet Storm is going in there. They're trying to take him as much as they can. Everything being popped in there, including the Ragnarok, as IZI are withdrawing with a kill in their pocket, but they really needed to sweat for that one.
Yes, they really needed to use a lot to get that kill, and actually Aggressivo might be in trouble. No, not really. It looked like 3 members of IZI team were going down to the bot lane to get him, but no, and he manages to escape safely. In the meantime, no, Woolite is on the mid lane. I got pretty used to seeing Woolite as Tristana on the top lane, just pushing constantly, so this is... that's an interesting change, but he's going back! Oh, that's my Woolite, that's my boy!
That's my boy, just going there and doing the God's work, as one of our friends always used to say.
Because someone has to. Usually it's Aggressivo, but sometimes someone else.
Usually it's Moonlight Shinobi, but we're not going to talk about that right now, I suppose.
Let's skip it. Let's go back to this game.
Yeah. Well, we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the Drake. It seems like both teams will be interested in taking the Drake. Both the teams actually do need it quite a lot, as both teams possess quite an amazing amount of damage. Rogue and Sealame are already here. Schlatzen is there as in reinforcements, and reinforcements are coming right now. The cavalry is here. The Shadow Onslaught is getting in there. Amount of control onto Rogue is immense, and he's going down as Woolite joins the fray right now. This turret is definitely going down.
Oh, no. This turret is already dead. You can see this. The moment you see Woolite next to a turret, the turret is dead. And you know there is no save for it. But
it's a heart attack for the turret.
Yeah. Oh, no, Woolite, don't come close to me. And then boom, and it's dead. But what I wanted to say, the Kraken Slayer on that Woolite, yet again showing how good it is, a combination of these
and also the Lord Dominic's bow as well, giving even more armor penetration.
Yes.
This guy is able to penetrate anything in the Summoner's Rift right now.
Yeah, it is.
That confusion was presented to you by Brillman.
Fast forward, please. Thank you.
Yeah, we've been fast forwarding as much as we can. Anyway, the Shadow Onslaught also had to be burnt in order to take that kill. Rogue was a little bit not in the nice position, I suppose.
He tried to escape. That was pretty nice escape. He managed to put his E on Sealame? Yeah, Sealame. Yeah, it was him there at the very last moment, and he tried to escape with W and E. It almost worked, but it wasn't enough just because Schlatten just used the ultimate and boom. And then Woolite is there, and that is even a bigger boom.
And everything goes boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It seems like the team might be actually looking to try and take the Baron.
No,
it's only 30 seconds until the Dragon, so it seems like their attention is going to be dragged to the Dragon Pit right now. All 5 members of Team Izzi are already here. The 5th member of Misfits is actually teleporting right now onto the mid lane, so it seems like we are about to have a big of a fight right now.
Yes.
Sleep is not going to find anybody in there. Manages to actually... Ooh, Exhaust is also going... Shadow Onslaught! The cavalry is here yet again. Ragnarok is being popped right now, as both of the teams are actually going to disengage because nobody was found and nobody was hosed. Sealame is already here. Jack Troll took a little bit of damage because of that sleep, and both of the teams are actually withdrawing right now. Sealame and I don't quite see its backland trying to change the position right now. Misfits might be a little bit of a picker right now because it's not exactly the best. Oh, Schlatzen is going down extremely quickly right now. Emperor's Divide taking 2 members of Team Izzi right now, but Sealame is there with a kill and manages to pick up a kill. Viking is also going down right now. It's 4-on-4 right now, but it might be a little bit of a favor of Izzi right now. Sealame is at 4 HP. Woolite is getting himself back again as well. Oh, aggressive picking up backhand. Whoa, flashes over the wall, tries to get Sealame right now. Rogue is going down, and so does Sealame. It's a 4 kills for Team Misfits, and also a Mountain Drake and a potential Mountain Soul in 8 minutes. But it seems like right now the eyes of Misfits are set on that Baron.
Yes, that was such a good fight, especially... First of all, Schlatten jumping into them as you scream, cavalry is here. That was exactly the thought that crossed my mind, and that was the single thought in my mind. And then, ooh, okay, that's Jack Troll, nice there. And then Aggressivo just doing the god's work, just jumping into everybody and just dealing the killing blows. That was beautifully executed. This is Misfits Premiere at a team fight at their natural habitat, if I dare to say.
Absolutely, yeah. And I just want to point out how cinematographically beautiful that fight was. I mean, look at it. The first engage didn't really go well. The second engage, Misfits are getting basically surrounded by Izzi, but it doesn't really matter for them as they just jump into the fight without any kind of a problem. You can see Vince going into the fight as the first one, but you can see the amount of control provided by Jack Troll, the Emperor's Divide, Sealame actually manages, because of his killer instinct, pick up Certus over here, but the fight stops for a mere second and then continues yet again. Maybe it was a bit of a problem that Vince decided to go back, and that might have actually costed Team Izzi a fight over there.
Hard to say. Honestly, could have been.
Vince actually might be paying for it right now. Empress Divide going on to him, not going to escape. Certus has to go golden in order not to die from that tower, but that Shadow Onslaught and yet another Zonya is being popped on Buckland right now. He's going to be dead because Warlight is already here to pick up the kill. Baron minions and pouring into the base. Schlatzen just showcasing the might of their cavalry. Sealame, I suppose both Sealam and Rogue just realizing the inevitability of Misfits into the enemy base right now. They're going to pick up yet another turret. This is going to be a Nexus turret this time. They're going to try to take another. Rogue is already at quite a low amount of HP. The fight starts right now. As Rogue is going down, so does the Nexus turret. Ragnarok is being popped, but it's not going to help. 5 members of Team Misfits are in the base and taking the game at ease.
And they are yet again showcasing that Polska Gurum is something you should never forget that it exists. That was brutal yet again. 2 days in a row, we're seeing a really brutal style of finishing the game from Misfits Premiere. And they have every right to go with this playstyle just because they can.
Yeah. And honestly speaking, the fight in the Dragon Pit was just fantastic.
Yes,
I love it.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was a feast for my eyes to just witness it. Although, I suppose from the very beginning it was pretty much, well, not clear, but it was pretty most likely that Izidream didn't really stand a chance right now against such of a powerful team. And as we are approaching the end of LFL, well, this stage of LFL, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, in the end of the day, if you're going to win that game or not when you're sitting at that low position of the tournament board right now. Although they tried to pull up a fight, it looked pretty nice. The fight in the Dragon Pit, as I said, was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, that fight was executed beautifully from both sides. You cannot give kudos to one team without giving them to another one too.
Absolutely, yeah. So that wraps it up. It's another win for Team Misfits as they are trying to approach the first or the second place of the tournament board. We're going to see how things are going to end up tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to that. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment in case you like the way we are broadcasting those games for you. My name is, and will be Brillman. I was joined here by Solari.
Who was Solari, is Solari, will still be Solari. You know how it goes.
And we will see you tomorrow in the next game.